Two of my most favorite things, especially in the summer, are wild caught fresh sockeye salmon, right here, a fillet of that one, and goat cheese. Let me show you a great dish to create a salmon spread using these and adding in a whole layer of flavor from House of Q. The first step is to take your salmon right here. It's got no seasoning on there. You could put a little bit of oil on here if you want to, but it's not necessarily needed. And I'm going to use, believe it or not, my competition beef rub on the salmon. So it's beyond beef. You can use it on many different things. Just think of it as a great flavor that's there. Between the little bit of saltiness and the sweetness, or the savoriness and the chilies and stuff, this will be perfect, especially with the cheese rub or cheese dip. And so sprinkle this rather liberally on here, and you'll see why when it comes down to the final step, when everything comes together. But season the one side just like that all over, and it'll be off to the griddle. I'll show you how to griddle this and then make the cheese spread. Now for the salmon right here that's all nicely seasoned, my flat top griddle, my Blackstone, is nicely preheated. It's on a medium heat right here, so rather hot. It's got a nice little layer of oil on the griddle, and I'm gonna put the skin side down to caramelize all of that seasoning onto the fish first. I'm not going to be using the skin later on, and I'll show you what to do with that next. But first, fish on. To start making this cheese spread, I'm going to take goat cheese. And so it's creamy, it's rich, it's not really dry like a feta or it's going to fall apart. You could possibly use feta in this one, but about 300 grams of goat cheese. And we're going to add in quite an amount of Grandma's Garden. This is herbs and spices and garlic and onions, and it's going to have some great garden-like flavors to our cheese spread. And it's going to need a little bit more spiciness and a little bit more salt, and that's where peppered bovine comes in. And so in a bowl is going to go the goat cheese, about a quarter cup of mayonnaise will go in there. And then all of those seasonings, the Grandma's Garden and the peppered bovine, I got pre-measured in here, are going to go in that bowl. And what you're going to do is mix this all up with a fork and allow this to become not really emulsified or just kind of flake it apart and mix it all up and make sure that all those seasonings are mixed in with the cheese. Then we're going to do the last part. Okay. So the salmon's got some great color. Like I'd love to show you this. Oh, I got my spatula right now. And what I'm going to do is turn it over on the other side and start searing up the skin side. Oh, yeah, let me show you. Oh, yeah, we've got some beautiful color on that side. Now, skin side down and let that finish. Perfect. So when you're cooking your salmon, don't cook by a clock. Please don't do that. And what you're looking for is the color and the caramelization on the fish, particularly in this dish. But you want a digital thermometer, and it's finished, ready to be pulled off at about 125 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. When you remove it from the grill and allow it to just settle in temperature, it'll be just perfect with lots of moisture and lots of flavor. This one's done, so it's coming off. I've got a clean plate. And there comes my fish. All right, here we go. Now, this is a good chunk of that salmon already chopped up. It's cooled down, and this is what I wanted to point out. Let me find if I can. Oh yeah, there's a piece right there. Oh yeah, it's nicely chopped up. But why I put so much rub on there is just for these little crusty pieces that are, and we're gonna use all that up. So all just chopped up here. Here's my cheese spread in that bowl with all those herbs and seasonings from House of Q, the premium seasonings, Grandma's Garden, and the peppered bovine. Oh. Mix this all together, and you're going to want to put this in a bowl. One that you can put a lid on and keep in the fridge, or you could even, if you wanted to, form this into a cheese ball. And if you've got nuts on the outside, some pumpkin seeds or something of that nature, it would be really good. Now, if you let this sit for a couple of hours, it'll soak up all those flavors between the salmon and the herbs and the spices and stuff like that. But right now, I'm probably not going to wait that long. I'm just going to go and take a little chunk of this and go. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's tasty. The fish is there, a lot of seasoning. It's really good. That is, my friends, is a quick grilled salmon using rubs and seasonings, goat cheese with, again, more seasonings to make a wonderful salmon cheese bread. Recipe posted below or on the website at houseofq.com. Thanks for watching, and I'm Barbecue Brian.